Good afternoon. You're watching Business World Live. I'm Jes Delos Santos. Let's have a look at how the local bourse closed today, Thursday. Okay, it was a short-lived run for the index above 7,000. Shares today plummeted by 1.5% to 6,951. Its steepest drop yet in 2 months, effectively also snapping a three-day rally here for the main index. Claire Alviar of Philstocks Financial said that profit taking ensued after investors saw that the 7,000 to 7,100 resistance level is not easy to crack. They are looking for stronger catalysts here to keep a rally above 7,000. She's saying we might be looking at possible broader recovery here and strong third quarter earnings to actually propel a better rally here for the PSEi. That retreat in the index paced by declines here. And two major stocks here. First, we have Converge here, as you can see right here, down by 14 and 0.8%. That's after a rally sent the stock's 14-day RSI to its highest overbought level yet on record at 89.9. The stock here, in fact, has posted a 10% climb at least in 3 sessions all the way to Wednesday here, which saw shares reach its highest at 44 pesos a piece. That's following its inclusion in the FTSE ASEAN Stars Index. But again, after that close to 15% drop today, you have Converge ending Thursday at 37 pesos and 50 centavos a piece. Now let's have a check here at telco giant Globe, also falling by 5%, following calls for NTC to probe it for failure to join the mobile number portability launch. More details on that report later. But another stock which tumbled big time today would have to be First Gen. First Gen today declining by 8%, its steepest loss yet in almost 7 months after that 7.7% decline on Wednesday. This, of course, following its removal from the index that will commence on October 11. That's after its public float was reduced due to KRR's tender offer on First Gen. Again, FGen right here, you can see is in the red, now at 27 pesos and 6 centavos a piece. Now it will be replaced by Wilcon in the main index. The home improvement retailer skyrocketed today by as much as 28%. Take a look at this chart right here. Earlier in the session, you have Wilcon jumping 28%, but pared back those gains to just close to 8 by as much as 8.5%. At least its gains for today. Still enough to push it to its highest close since going public. Wilcon now at 34 pesos a piece. Now, here are other stories from the corporate front. Smart Communications has urged the NTC to look into what it says is a failure of Globe's digital brand GOMO to take part in the mobile number portability launched on September 30th. This comes after Globe released an advisory informing its GOMO customers that mobile number portability will only be available in October due to, quote, unavoidable technical issues. The MNP Act allows users to keep their mobile numbers when switching providers as long as the user submits a porting application. Smart notes that the law effectively gives all GOMO subscribers the right and the guarantee to seamlessly switch networks by end September. But in a statement, Globe denies any malice or intent to violate the MNP law, blaming the complexity of multiple functions of its other brands, including Globe Prepaid, Postpaid, and TM. Globe assures its GOMO customers that the MPN service will be provided by Tuesday next week, October 12th. Now, PAL Holdings, the owner of Philippine Airlines, says they will elect a new set of directors during their annual stockholders meeting in November. This follows announcements that the Lusitan Group has severed its ties with Joseph Chua, the son-in-law of Chairman Lusitan. In a statement, PAL Holdings confirms that Chua no longer has the authority to represent the LT Group, which is why a change in leadership within the firm is now in order. Chua is the director of PAL Holdings based on results of last year's stockholders meeting. Chua was also president and COO of TAN's Macro Asia Group and is also part of TAN's Hong Kong listed property company, Dynamic Holdings. Macro Asia has confirmed in a separate disclosure that a special board meeting will be held at the soonest possible time where all issues will be addressed. Vice President Leni Robredo is set to file her certificate of candidacy for the presidency anytime this afternoon. This comes just hours after she finally declared that she will run for the top post in next year's polls. As of now, Robredo's camp has yet to officially name her running mate, but sources told One News that it will be Senator Kiko Pangilinan. Sources also said that Robredo's camp considered Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon and even brother Eddie Villanueva as a running mate. Former Senator Antonio Trillanes has also confirmed that he will run as senator under Robredo's slate. Other big names who lost in previous elections are meanwhile eyeing to make a political comeback as they filed for candidacy this morning. Former Bayan Muna Chair Nery Colmenares and lawyer Chel Jokno are once again trying their luck at the Senate following their loss in the 2019 elections. Former Vice President Jejo Marubina is also hoping to stage a comeback in the political scene as he files his COC for senator under UNA. This afternoon, a long line of filers for partless and aspiring senators is spotted at the Harbor Garden tent in Sofitel as they try to beat tomorrow's deadline for COC filing. Okay, this time let's talk about the agricultural sector with pork imports already higher by 72% so far this year compared to total number of pork imports throughout 2020. How is this affecting local producers? Let's discuss that with Agriculture Assistant Secretary Noel Reyes. Good afternoon, Asec Reyes.
Good afternoon, Jess, and good afternoon to all our televiewers.
Okay, Asec Reyes, again, why year-to-date figures here of pork imports already higher by 72%. Has this done enough to actually stabilize the prices of pork?
Yes, as it is right now, fresh pork prices has gone down to about, for Kasim it's 280 and pork liempo is 340, while frozen pork is 200 level and 240 for pork liempo. So the pork prices are stabilizing. Yes.
So does that mean, are we at least going to temper or at least slow down when it comes to pork importation, or is this going to be a continuous change that we're about to see for the remainder of the year at least?
For the remainder of the year, because it's only temporary, just this EO 133 and 134. So again, we're only making this possible to temper supply and prices, of course, for the rest of the year.
But isn't this putting too much burden on our local producers? I mean, on one hand, we're asking them to increase production capacity while also opting for massive importation.
No, we're balancing the supply. Production has not gone up yet on the local front because of ASF. So they're picking up, and then as you know, pork or pigs is raised on a 6-month cycle. So again, as they are repopulating, we'll see their production to come in first quarter and second quarter of next year pa naman. So again, this again to temper or to anticipate increased demand for the holidays, for the holiday season for pork.
Okay, but as it is, how has local production improved so far this year?
Nothing much. But we're seeing lowering in farm gate prices of pigs. So again, we're seeing a little increase in local production. But again, also what is gratifying is that farm gate prices are also tempering.
Okay, can you give more details on that, especially regarding farm gate prices? How has it improved over the period?
Yes. 2 to 3 months ago, farm gate prices were hovering above 200. Now it's ranging from 160 to 180 here in Luzon, and in Visayas and Mindanao, it's 120 to 140 farm gate prices.
Now, of course, with another concern here with the massive importation of pork, will this not in any way result in surplus? I mean, is demand still high for pork, especially considering that we're in the middle of a pandemic?
No naman. We're not considering that. Again, we're just satisfying the demand, the increased demand for pork in the coming months, in November and December.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you give us updates as well regarding the ASF situation here in the country?
Yes, it's gone down to about 69 barangays as of end of September.
Six
Uh,
from how many barangays?
69 barangays from a high of 3,200 barangays in 2019, August 2019. That's a big decrease. No? So again, we're succeeding in that front, the Bantay ASF sa barangay in partnership with the local government units, the hog raisers themselves, and of course the private sector. So again, they're helping out, stamp down clamp down on ASF with these strict biosecurity measures employed by our local government units. So again, we're warning our traders and our hog raisers if their pigs are sick, call in their veterinarian as soon as possible. So just to contain the disease.
Mm-hmm. Now, however, of course, this also hinges on talks regarding hog repopulation. Our efforts so far to at least repopulate the local hog population.
It's picking up gradually. We're clearing or declaring previous ASF areas into green zones. Okay, before doing that, we'll have to put in sentinel pigs, 3 to 5 pigs per farm to see if the virus is still there. We give them free feeds and biologics for the 6 month period, and thereafter, in 3 or 6 months later, if they're still healthy, means there are no more ASF virus. So we're on that stage yet on sentineling, and we have distributed about 4,800 sentinel pigs throughout the country, especially in ASF-free areas right now.
But how much of a gap are we still trying to fill here?
Yeah, we lost 3 million heads
Mm-hmm.
since 2019, and we will recover that in 2 to 3 years also time. So we hope to recover the 3 million that we lost 2 years ago.
But
So
so
we're
far
now
this
at
year,
a million level. Currently, we're in the 9 million level population.
9 million level population at least so far
Yes.
this year. Okay,
And then,
go ahead, sir.
yeah, the private sector, one CP Philippines, no, will be investing much on hog repopulation. They'll contribute 600,000 fatteners next year. That's their target, and we'd like to see other big private sector groups, commercial farms, to do the same in partnership with government, of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, thank you very much for your updates. Lots of things to look out for, especially in the agricultural space. We're hoping, of course, for the sector to recover after
Yeah.
taking a beating back in 2019 due to ASF. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon, Agriculture Assistant Secretary Noel Reyes.
Thank you, Jess.
Okay, we're seeing on your screens right now, I believe earlier during the program, we did see clips of Vice President Leni Robredo already at Sofitel about to file her certificate of candidacy for president rather for 2022. Again, earlier in the program, we did report that Senator Kiko Pangilinan is reportedly, at least according to sources, going to be Leni Robredo's vice president for next year's polls. We're going to turn you over now to that ongoing filing of certificate of candidacy over at the Sofitel Plaza in Pasay City. Again, those are the biggest stories so far this trading day, October 7, 2021. Catch Businessworld live again tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. for the market open and 3:15 p.m. for the market close. I'm Jes Delos Santos, and we are One News. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines.